Were already sparks flying in the rear, and he had a small fire in the engine bay. He hit, I think, every wall. Another crash today. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hello and welcome. We are in Germany, Ferropolis, Driftmasters European Championship round 5, and behind me the battles just started. However, I take you with me and just look at a drifting competition on an awesome venue. So I will try to give you the insights from my perspective as a driver and look for points that maybe someone can tell from the outside, and just wanted to give you a little bit more background knowledge of what happens there. So I would say enough of the talking, let's jump right in. We got a very, very special place. So Dennis, the commentator, invited us to come up here, and we're actually on one of the big diggers, and look at this amazing view here. First run of top 16, first lap already in. Conor Shanahan from Ireland against Henry Hampa from Finland, and yeah, amazing lead from Conor. Let's see how he can chase him now down, and I think they're just about to start, so let's watch. That was an insane chase run from Conor Shanahan. He gave him no room. Like, I think they hit twice on the transitions. Amazing run. So let's see what the judges think. So the judges also thought that Conor had the better runs, and he won. So he's in top 8 now. Last battle was Steven Baxi Biagioni against Juha Rintanen, and the judges actually gave Baxi the win. So Juha was really fast. However, he had arrows in his lead and many arrows in his chase run. Baxi was also not so perfect, but better in total, so he got the win.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Please, no photos.
This was a really intense battle. Benediktas Scherba against Piotr Winczek, and Piotr did an amazing lead run. Benediktas did all he could to chase him down, but Peter is so fast. When he came back, it looked like Peter didn't have any air in his tire, but I think it was just a weird setup. But going to the second run, once Peter left the line, there were already sparks flying in the rear, and he initiated and went really hard behind Benediktas. However, he had to stop in the first turn, and it seems like his differential ripped out entirely out of the chassis in the back, and it's laying on the floor. So there you can see how much power, how much torque, how much abuse these parts have to take, because Peter's team is very professional. They prepare the car every time perfect, but we're talking about probably over 1,000 horsepower on a 1200, 1100 kilo car that accelerates faster than probably almost any Ferrari out there. Jack Shanahan again, Nicholas Bertans Nick Neck. They had contact in the first lap, and unfortunately front axle of Nick Neck was damaged, so Jack Shanahan had a bye run to go through to the top 8. And before that, Thor Arne Kvia and Pavel Korpulinski were driving against each other. The battle, Pavel Korpulinski against Thor Arne Kvia, was too close to call, and they heading out again, so there's a one more time. This was a really crazy battle, one of many. Marko Sakoril from Czech Republic, and his opponent was Oliver Evans from the UK. And Marko Sakoril in the first run, he hit I think every wall, and as you can see on his car, now it's a 2 Series compact. Look at it. Tough one to call. Andrius Vasilauskas from Lithuania against Diego Correia from Portugal, and the judges gave Andrius Vasilauskas the win with a slight advantage, as Diego had small hiccup on the initiation, and also with his line was not perfectly fine. So yeah, Andrius Vasilauskas goes to the top 8. Really intense battle. Joachim Andersen from Sweden and Jakub Kroll from Poland. Jakub was quite unlucky until today in Driftmasters. He had a really good lead run and a really good chase run, so he got the win from the judges, and I think it's the first time for him to reach a top 8 in Driftmasters European Championship, and it is well deserved. another crash today. The one more time battle from Thor Arnekvia against Pavel Korpulinski. Thor was leading, going in as hard as he could, and it seemed like he was a bit too fast and probably a bit too far outside. First turn, again, this really tricky first turn. And he basically spun and just hit the wall quite hard. Luckily he's out of the car, he seems to be okay. I guess there was nothing wrong with the car, I think it was just a tiny bit too fast, and on the outside I think it's still wet, so he just got a patch of very low grip, and very unfortunate. I don't like to see cars crash like this, and especially not Thor. He's such a nice guy, he's such a sportive contender, but also heads up to Pavel Korpulinski. He immediately, when he finished his lap, turned back and looked if Thor's alright, and yeah, that's very unfortunate. For the top 8 we changed the location, and now we have a different perspective here. And the first battle was just on, Steven Baxi Biagioni against Connor Shanahan, and Connor had the lead first, and now we have the decision. So Connor won. Baxi was too aggressive on the initiation, crashed into Connor. Connor stayed in it and kept it going, and it's really scary in the first turn to being hit, because there's the most dangerous braking zone. And yeah, however, Connor was not leaving it to the judges. He put in a chase run that was absolutely insane. So yeah, he did amazing. Crazy, I would say until now one of the best chase runs so far from Pavel Korpulinski from Poland against Benedikt Kastrba.
Pavel Korpulinski ist eine Runde weiter.
There's the decision. Pavel Korpulinski went through to the top 4, well deserved. This was an amazing chase run, really amazing chase run. So there was battle, Jack Shanahan against Markus Sakuril, and first lap is in. Markus Sakuril comes back to the start line, and he had a small fire in the engine bay, and they actually extinguished it. And I'm not 100% sure if he now is allowed to drive, but it seems like it was just something small, maybe a marble from like just some rubber went on the exhaust header or something. And this is tough. This is really tough for a driver. You just had a fire in there, you had an amazing chase run, and you know one of the best drivers is behind you, and now you should do a good lead lap. So I'm actually shaking at this stage here. So, unbelievable. Marco really did the second lap, and he did an amazing lead lap. Jack in the first half of the run was on him, but in the last turn Marco pulled a gap, so I don't know how the decision will go. Let's see what the judges say. I would probably say Marco got the win, because he was more aggressive in the chase than Jack. He was a little bit more scrappy in the chase as well. He did more corrections, but he was just closer all over. Let's see. One more time, yes. That is great, because actually Jack was really precise when he was chasing like 2/3 of the course, but last third he was just too far away, and Marco was all over closer, but he was scrapping. Second outer clipping zone, and we just saw the battle Andreas Wasilauskas from Lithuania against Jakub Kroll from Poland, and Jakub did a quite good lead run. Wasilauskas was close, but in the end he lost him. Then switching around, Wasilauskas hit the wall directly at the first outer clipping zone. Jakub crashed into him, Andreas kept it in, and Jakub Kroll had some mistakes throughout the run. In the end, Andreas got the win, and he's through to the top 4. So he, I think, just says that it was the last time, 2019, when he reached the top 4. kinda crazy one more time between Marco Saccaril and Jack Shanahan. You could tell that they were on the edge, over the edge. Wow! So I just heard the news, Jack Shanahan got the win, but both of them, like on their chase run, they were so hard initiating behind that they actually had more angle to break down behind the lead car. Both had the same almost mistake. So if you have that huge angle, you can't do anything than praying basically. And they went in so hard. So well deserved to Jack, but also well done to Marco. He both did an amazing job there. This was the most crazy initiation that I've seen. Connor was back basically bumper to Pavel. However, I couldn't see the last turn, but I think Connor lost quite a bit of pace in the last turn, so I think it's Pavel Kopolinski. But let's see what the judges think. Decision is in, so Pavel Kopolinski got the win. He's in the final. Connor will be in the small final. So let's see how it continues.
Grünes Licht für Jack Shanahan gegen anschließend Ausgang. Bis die Ausgangsserie sehr früh eingeleitet hat, um sie an Jack Shanahan einzuführen. Und Jack fliegt die Meter davon, bis die Ausgangsmusik ganz hier auffahren kann. Sehr wunderbar angebaut, dann haben den gleichen Wollte, aber Jack kommt ja etwas weiter nach hinten, muss jetzt den Anschluss finden, die Ausgangstür, sehr früh
That's a win for Jack, definitely did an amazing chase run, so Jack, I think you're in the final. So there are only 2 battles left, and I think the best spot so far was on the Big Digger, so I think we should run to catch the final from the Big Digger's perspective. Let's go! So just made it in time up to the Big Digger here again, and we about to see the small final, so it's who gets the 3rd place. So this is also very hard fought for. This is the last podium spot that is available, and it's Connor Shanahan against Andrius Vasilauskas. So I'm really looking forward to that one. First lap in from the small final. Connor had a really good lead lap. Unfortunately, Andrius had a technical issue or something. He just stopped drifting mid-track, and yeah, from our side it looked like clutch failure maybe, but he's now back at the line again. So let's see if it works or not. seems like Andrius probably lost a gear, so he checked which gear he lost and he just drove without this gear, and he, if I saw it correctly, he shifted first and then probably third gear, so I guess he lost second gear, but he could do a lead lap, but Connor was on him, so in my eyes Connor will get the win because the mistake from the first lap was really big from Andrius. So let's see what the judges think, and yeah, hopefully Connor got a podium. I would really wish it for him because he did a yeah, there it is. He did an amazing job, but also Andrius Vasilauskas was driving amazing today. So now the big final is coming. Paweł Kopoliński from Poland against Jack Shanahan from Ireland. This will be a really, really hot one. So the entire spectators are on their feet, have their light on, and yeah, can't wait for the final. However, I think they're just checking the track because there was a small leak in one car, but as soon as there's a green light, we're good to go. Again, another crazy run. Jack did an amazing lead run. Paweł was there, however at the initiation he took a shallower line, but other than that I couldn't see much difference or much arrows from Paweł. So Jack has a really hard task at his hands. Crazy. So in my eyes, first half of the track or the initiation, Jack was better in chasing than Paweł, but Paweł Kopoliński somehow he has some magic for the last turn, because so far no one could stick with him in the last turn. Somehow he has the fastest line there, and I'm really looking forward what the judges say. Maybe this could be in one more time, I don't know. Let's see.
Who is the winner? It's Jack Shanahan! Jack Shanahan has won round 5 of the Driftmasters European Championship. He can't believe it.
So, Jack Shanahan got the win. That means Jack Shanahan won this event. Second place, Paweł Kopoliński. Third place, Connor Shanahan, his brother. And in fourth place, Andrius Vasilauskas. What an amazing event this has been. And just look at this location again. Drifting until just before 11 o'clock at night in such a venue. This is just amazing. So I'm out for today. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.